Supercell has cooked up yet another event that gives us another super powerful piece of equipment with an all-new rewards format that is completely surprising to everyone. Well, no, not really. The rewards format is absolutely the same, but I mean, why fix what's not broken? So in this video, we're going to break down the fastest ways that you can complete this event, the best reward combinations that you can get as a free-to-play player, and the best combinations for spenders as well. Now let's get right into it with the fastest ways that you guys can complete this event. The currency for this event is ice cubes. I have no idea why. I mean, I guess he was an idol to the Super Dragon or something, but I'm not completely sure. To get more ice cubes, you need to get more stars in your attacks, which I think everyone knows at this point, but I don't think getting triples is the most efficient way to do so. To triple a base, you will likely have to use your entire army, sweat a few drops as you're attacking, and maybe clench really hard. But let's look at the math behind it and try to figure out what the optimal method is. For every star that you get while you're using the Super Dragon, you're going to get 225 ice cubes. So 2 stars with the Super Dragon usage is 450 ice cubes, and 3 star with the Super Dragon usage is 675 ice cubes. To actually complete the event, you need to get 10,000 ice cubes, which is approximately 45 stars, considering you can use the Super Dragons each attack. Now, a lot of people are saying that this event is so much easier and so much faster to complete because you just need to get stars, but it's not. Before, you could just snipe defenses and genuinely get the event done in an hour, but with this event, you actually can't. But at the same time, you don't need to drop trophies to get it done, so there's a trade-off for this format for sure. And finally, all the boys up in Legend League are finally happy because you get more ice cubes in Legend League, and clearly this is because Ice Cube is a legend, right? Supercell was definitely cooking with this one too. On a real note though, Legend League players will get 259 ice cubes per star with the Super Dragon, meaning you'll need 39 total stars to completely max out the event in Legend League. That'll still take Legend League players at least 2 days to completely max out the event, but realistically it'll probably take you 3 days to complete the normal event. But if you're like me and how I attack in Legends League, you might actually never complete this event during the week that we have. But I've been yapping enough already. Here are the fastest ways to complete this event. If you're in Legends League, go for the triples with the Super Dragons. There's no question about it since you have limited attacks every single day. For other players, you could go for triples, and I think if you're a Town Hall level that is lower than Town Hall 12, or if you're in a really low league for some reason, this is definitely the way to go. But if you're not one of those exceptions, I think going for 2 stars is a lot better. The reason for this is because you still get the same amount of ice cubes per star that you get, but the effort and army space it takes to get 3 stars versus 2 stars is a big difference. If you have a good clan or a lot of spare raid medals, you can get super wizards or archers donated to you and then consistently just blimp out the Town Hall for 1 star, drop heroes for some extra damage, and then do a little, you know, a little Super Dragon right here, a Super Dragon right there, and then you're done. You know, you don't have to do anything else. I think this is the most effective and efficient way to get it done, especially if you're going to be using a training potion, which I recommend for all players who are trying to complete this event really fast and get their rewards faster. Another alternative to this is to use sneaky goblins and jump and haste to snipe town halls, and then Super Dragons and heroes for cleanup to the 50%. Regardless, I think getting 2 stars is more time efficient and army efficient, but if you're trying to be a boss and triple every base anyways, you can go ahead and do that. But now let's say you've completed the event, you've done your time, you've listened to all the ice cube that you possibly can. What do you do with those super medals that you worked so hard for? Well, the first thing that free-to-play players and spenders should buy is the fireball equipment. That's it guys, video is over. I'm an efficiency master. They don't pay me enough for this. Just kidding, but obviously the equipment is the very first purchase unless you want to get the invisibility skin for the Royal Champion. But Supercell overdid the design for this one, and I genuinely don't know where the invisibility skin is. But I also haven't gotten an eye exam in a very long time, so if you guys can find it, do let me know. Now, free-to-play players will get 4,320 super medals total. 3,100 will go to the fireball itself, leaving you with 1,220 medals left. That doesn't leave you with all that much to work with, quite frankly, so these are the packages that we're going to be looking at. For those players who want to go all in on efficiency, you would get the fireball followed by 4 packs of glowy ores, since they are the limiting factor in upgrading equipment, followed by 2 training potions. The cheap training potions were not an option before this event, so I really appreciate them giving that to us, but it's a shame that we can't ball out on the gold and elixir like we used to, because the exchange rate was so good. And nope, I'm not being sarcastic right now, not at all. Now there are some event specific decorations that you can get too, and and you can get the better one, which is the Clashy Crater. It's also animated, and apparently rumor has it that they tried to fit a Super Dragon and an Ice Cube in there at one time, and things didn't go too well. The Decor package for free-to-play players would be the Fireball, followed by one of the Clashy Crater, and then 3 training potions. Now those are the 2 combinations that I would recommend, unless you're trying to be inefficient, in which case I would recommend the Rune of Builder Elixir, which is priced exactly the same as the epic equipment. I mean, I seriously can't make this up. And as a reminder, we almost always get free vouchers for more medals during these events, so before you go ahead and ball out on your training potions, make sure to wait for those vouchers to come in. Moving on, let's talk about the pass, whether it's worth it, and what you should buy with it if you do have it. First of all, the pass is almost always worth it to buy if you have the money for it. However, it's not more worth it than the gold pass, so make sure that you have the gold pass first. The pass will get you an extra 5,000 medals, resulting in 9,320 medals for you to spend. Now there's a few packages that I would recommend for you to use your money efficiently. For the overall efficiency package, you would get the Fireball, 3 books between the Books of Building and Books of Fighting, then you'd have 520 medals left, which you could spend on a pack of glowy ores and then some training potions. For the cosmetics and efficiency package, you would get the Fireball, the Clashy Crater, 2 books between the Book of Building and Book of Fighting, a Book of Heroes, glowy ore, or you would just ball out on the glowy ore if you want that instead of the Book of Heroes. Now these are some of the most efficient packages that you can get, but what if you're not at Town Hall 14 where you get really good value out of your Books of Building or your Books of Fighting, or maybe your heroes are low level and you're not going to get the most out of your Books of Heroes? Contrary to popular belief, you don't suck, you're not bad at the game, and you don't smell like cabbages. Well, maybe you do, but I have a brand new package for you guys, and it's called the Equipment Package. The Equipment Package consists of the following: the Fireball, 10 packs of glowy ores, 6 packs of starry ores, 4 packs of shiny ores, and then 4 training potions. Now this is a ridiculous combination when it comes to getting more ores during the event. In fact, this combination lets you get 600 glowy ores, 60 starry ores, and 1400 shiny ores. Add this to what players are already getting from the event pass, and then you get a total of 4,900 shiny ore, 140 starry ore, and a whopping 1,450 glowy ore. Now given that that's a lot of ore, a lot of you are probably confused about whether or not you should even invest into the new Warden equipment in the first place. Yes, I will be making a video about the Warden equipment, and fingers crossed it is going to be out tomorrow. But if you're not getting good book value, you should definitely invest into these ores, because you can still use the ores on equipment that you know is worth it, like the Haste Vial that was just recently released. Also, before everyone starts saying that Supercell is only benefiting spenders, let me show you why that's not true. They've made it so that there's less shiny ore available in the free pass, but you get more glowy ore, helping to address the problem of just not having enough of that ore. Also, side note, Ramadan Mubarak to everyone who's celebrating. Side note aside, these are the 3 best packs that you can get for spenders. But another way you can spend your money well is by hitting that super thanks button right below the— Alright guys, ignore my brother BD Legend, he's just trying to get money out of people. But what you shouldn't ignore is the brand new pieces of equipment that we recently got, because if you get all of these ores all of a sudden and you don't know what to upgrade, you will likely have a midlife crisis. That's why you need to watch this video right here to learn everything that you possibly can about the Haste Vial and the Hog Rider puppet.